But I point to our continent here to say that there was such a system of thriving life, land management practices, what modern world wants to call agriculture, which was a really deep reciprocal relationship to place. So deep. It was a love affair. It was a mad love affair. It was held in ceremony. So I want to dispel that sense of our helplessness before toxicity, seeing ourselves as only toxicity. So right, there's more than one way of understanding about being a human being here, and so to take ourselves out of the context of, I guess, what we're calling anthropocentric view, right? That everything is human centered, and also this idea that we are the big movers and shakers on this planet. We're not. We're not. And we're fixing to see that. We're fixing to find that out. This Mother Earth is already responding. You know, here in the Northern Hemisphere, well, in so many places on the Earth, she's making it clear, like who the real mover and shaker is, with the floods, with the fires, with the everything, right? And so that's a very hard mindset for modern world paradigmers to grasp, is that this earth isn't about humanity only. We are a part of it. And we do have a capability and an opportunity to cause life to thrive. This whole continent at one time was thriving. When those ships arrived, what did they see? They called it Eden. They couldn't believe their eyes, what they saw when they arrived here. But what they planted in all of our minds was the reason that it was such an Eden was because it was undespoiled by human hands. That was the myth that was spread about what they discovered here. When the truth was that there were millions of people already on this continent. Civilizations had rose and fell here for millennia. And so I bring that up to say, I want to plant it in our minds that human beings are not destroyers inherently. We have evidence of this everywhere. But I point to our continent here to say that there was such a system of thriving life, land management practices, what modern world wants to call agriculture, which was a really deep reciprocal relationship to place. So deep. It was a love affair. It was a mad love affair. It was held in ceremony. So I want to dispel that sense of our helplessness before toxicity, seeing ourselves as only toxicity. That's not who we are. That's not who we have to be. That's who we can be. So to move closer to this bullseye that you're after here about the pandemic, it's a result of this idea that we can be in control of so much, that we have to be in control. And I want to point out that it doesn't seem like trying to have more and more control is bringing us any more happiness. It seems to me that, and I've experienced this in my own cultures, that the cultures who allow this deep conversation in our actions between the natural world and ourselves. I mean, we even categorize it as the natural world, as though it were out there, you know, our relationship to it. When I speak of nations, I'm talking about peoples who have deep relationship with place. Perhaps you've heard me say that culture is not a human construct. Culture is the Mother Earth expressing herself as human being in any given place.
Mm.
So when we have that level of relationship to place, when we get to experience the mystery of having that level of interaction with all of our relations, and when our science is experimentations in how our actions actually cause their lives to flourish, those are the cultures who have joy. Now, it has been said during this pandemic that depression is a huge immune suppressant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where can we get real joy from? Well, if we look to what we call indigenous cultures, those who are living, who have a different understanding of how to be human being here in the exact same place, exact same circumstances, exact same sky, exact same earth, exact same water as modern world paradigmers, but they're going about it in a completely different way. We can see there's something else going on there. That's why people want to hear from me. What's going on over there? But it's not just because I look like I look that I get to participate in that. It's a human possibility.
Mm.